Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to day 4 of PYCON UK, and since so many people said they found this helpful yesterday, here's a little reminder for you that today is Sunday. Be aware that although you've had your extra hour of sleep, the clocks in the venue are now 1 hour running fast. Yeah, 1 hour ahead. So don't necessarily pay attention to those. Very briefly, because I think everybody is, in fact, I'll mention it anyway. We have a code of conduct, which means that we are required to treat everyone here with respect and courtesy. We want politeness in all of our interactions, including questions to speakers, which we would like to be questions designed to find out something from the speaker, not inform the speaker that you know something that you think they didn't. We'd like you to be considerate to other people in the venue, so every time you see a scrap of litter on the floor or a cup by your chair, please take it out and put it in the bin, talk quietly around doors and so on. Lanyards, people wearing orange lanyards are the committee. People wearing yellow lanyards have asked not to be photographed, so please respect that. Our venue has ladies and gentlemen's toilet upstairs and downstairs, but not everybody attending the conference really fits that those categories of lady and gentleman. We have a number of non-binary and trans people here, so please respect them too. Whichever facilities they choose to use, please leave them in peace while they're doing it. We have a quiet room for your use, which is the council chamber behind the big JP Morgan stand. So if at any time you feel you need to spend a quiet period by yourself, please go and use that. It's a lovely room just to sit in. Please don't talk in there or do any noisy activities. Today's activities, once again, lunch is, you'll be on track A, B, or C for lunch. I think we know this already. Yesterday was a bit better. Some people said that lunch was a bit sparse when they arrived there. If you're expecting a lunch delivery at a certain time, it will arrive, and even if it doesn't arrive at that moment, it will arrive shortly afterwards, so don't worry too much. If you're one of our contributors, a speaker, a committee member, or we have various forms of contributors, we're going to dinner at the Clink tonight. So we should meet in the lobby at 6:45, and our aim is to be there by 7:15. So we won't be leaving bang on the dot of 6:45, but try and make your way down there so that we can all go together. Only if you've told us you're coming and you have a ticket for the Clink and you've chosen your meal options on it. So if you're not sure if that applies to you, check your email. Okay? It'll be in there under contributors dinner. So once again we have a panel. Where's Nick? So our panel today is hosted by the inimitable Samathy Barrett. Where's Samathy? Not here yet. Okay, on developer career progression. Are you collecting questions for the panel? Go to. Okay, so how will they find that on our website?
It's in the schedule.
On the schedule, you'll find a link to a place where you can ask questions for the panel. Today we have a microbit summit with Johnny Austin. Johnny, are you here? Could you stand up, Johnny? So there's Johnny. So he's leading the microbit activities today, and
Do you want to come and say a few words?
yep. Tell us.
Morning, everybody. The most important thing to say about the Microbit Summit is that you're welcome whether you know or care about Microbit already. The idea is hopefully when you leave you will care if you didn't care when you arrived. But you don't have to come to the whole thing. You can come to any of the talks as if you're just coming to a talk that's on the schedule. And we have a show and tell which starts at 2:30. We realised we have no idea who's coming to show things and tell things, so we put a sign-up form next to the lightning talk. So please just stick your name on that so we know whether we need to get a bunch of tables out or move the chairs away or something like that. But it should be fun. Come along and find out more about microbit.
Thanks, Johnny. Do we have Frank Kelly here? Frank, do you want to introduce the data science competition for us?
Morning, everybody. So Alzheimer's disease affects about 44 million people worldwide. It's on the increase due to changing demographics. Probably the biggest killer of the 21st century, it's predicted to be. So if you want to be part of the fight against Alzheimer's, then we have something that might be of interest. We're hosting a hackathon in room L, I believe, and at 2:30. So if you'd like to come and get your hands on some medical data, so a lot of medical imaging data. Sorry, I just rushed here and my heart is beating fast. There's plenty of data to play with. You don't have to be sort of an expert data scientist. We have other tasks related to helping us tidy up the GitHub repo and a bit of documentation if you just want to contribute, because this is part of a wider competition called Tadpole Challenge. You can Google it. It's open to anybody who wants to run their own models through on the data and try and predict the rate at which Alzheimer's disease progresses in a selection of individuals. So yeah, that's it. We might post a link later on if you want to sign up with your email in advance. But yeah, please come and join us. More than welcome at 2:30. Thank you.
Thank you. We have a jobs fair. Go and see our sponsors in the Marble Hall during lunch today. Please see them. Many of them have positions open and are looking for people like you to fill them. Tim, do you need video operators today?
Still need a few people on the camera. Anybody who's around at the end of today, before we go to the click, it would be really helpful if they can help tidy things up. And same again tomorrow morning for anything we don't do this evening.
All right. So Tim would be grateful for anybody who can volunteer as a camera operator, and also with people to do some tearing down at the end of today and setting up tomorrow morning. Please come and see Tim. Every hand is welcome. I want to tell you about our the crèche that we've run here for the last few years. Here are two of our youngest PYCON attendees. Now, one of the things we're really proud about at this event is that it is a safe and welcoming space for non-binary and trans people, to the extent that there are probably more non-binary and trans people in our audience and amongst our speakers than there are mothers. So we're not doing so well in making it possible for, in particular, mothers, not just parents, but mothers, to attend the conference. And I think that maybe people don't know enough about our crèche, because childcare is one of the biggest practical barriers for mothers who want to take part in things like this. So you'd be doing us a huge favor if, after this conference, you tell people, tell people, but make sure that mothers get to know about it. Mothers who are in software or in related fields or interested in software know that we provide a free crèche with qualified, registered child carers. We want to see more children in the crèche next year, and we want more mothers to be able to attend the conference as audience and speakers and so on. So please go back and tell people you know about it. By the way, there was this crèche, free crèche, mention that it's free. And also, if you use social media, mention it there, please, as well. That would be very, very helpful for us. Thank you. Code sprints. So code sprints start on Monday, which is tomorrow. So what on earth is a code sprint, you're asking? We answer that question on the website, but Everybody is welcome at the code sprints. It's not just for experts, it's not just for experienced developers, it's for anybody who wants to take part in a project. And it could be writing code itself, but it could also be doing things like writing documentation, helping set up a website for a project, doing some user testing. Even curious observers are valuable participants in a code sprint. So have a look at the website. It has some more to say about the subject. And we hope that we'll see you tomorrow joining in with those activities. We'll have a little, we'll invite everybody who's planning to run or do a sprint tomorrow to introduce themselves at the end of today on this stage. So prepare something between 10 and 30 seconds to say about your planned activity.
Morning, everyone. I hope you're all having a good time today and have had a great time at the conference. Just wanted to use this opportunity to thank our sponsors who've, without their kind input and financial help, we would not have been able to lay on all the fantastic facilities we've had here. So just going to go through them by name. So we have JP Morgan, Edited, Assyrium, Anvil, BJSS, it's Cambridge Medical Robotics, Cambridge Sparks, CodeThink, Reply Data, Indeed Prime, Mango Solutions, Microbit, Moo, O'Reilly, Pluralsight, Python Anywhere, Raspberry Pi, and Recon Digital. So if we could all just give a quick round of applause, that'd be fantastic. And as well as the financial help, they've actually also been fantastic people. So if you haven't had a chance to talk to them, they're out there in the entrance hall there. So I do suggest you go and have a chat. I've chatted to all of them, and they're really great people. So thanks again. All right.
So I don't think Sheila Pinner is here. Yeah. Could you be Sheila for a few minutes?
I thought I was, yeah, but I need to say.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. But could you be Sheila?
Okay.
You be Sheila, and I'll be Nicholas. And
I don't think I know enough about classic cars.
Oh, not enough about. Yes. Okay. We'll make it up as we go along. Good morning. I'm Nicholas, and for those of you who weren't around on Friday, I'll just say about 10 seconds worth about the Pinner Awards. John Pinner founded PyCon UK 10 years ago. This is the 10th anniversary of PyCon UK. John sadly passed away in 2015. He lost his fight with cancer. We wanted to find a way of celebrating our anniversary whilst also remembering the incredible voluntary efforts that John put into our community. So we created an award, the John Pinner Awards, that this year is the inaugural awards, to celebrate those people in our community who really make an effort to promote the community. This was, how do you win an award? It depends on how many nominations you get from people in the community. So the people who got their awards on Friday had all got a substantial number of nominations to get them. Unfortunately, two of the recipients were unable to make Friday, so this is the point where we give them their awards, and essentially we have two swanky medals here. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about them, and then Peter can be Sheila. Sheila was John's widow, and she handed out the awards on Friday. That's what we're talking about. It's not like we're Australian or anything like that. What was I going to say? So, Kat Lamin was a teacher, still is a teacher, and is also an amazing contributor to our community because she was nominated for several reasons. Not only for being such an inspiring person, inspiring lots of teachers to do amazing work, but also because she is very active in our community here. You saw her yesterday hosting the lightning talks. But finally, also because she organises lots of meetups in London where she gets developers and teachers to work together. And many of the people who nominated her said always with a smile, it's always such fun to have Kat. So Kat, come on up onto the stage. You give her a round of applause. way there. And our final recipient is Josh Lowe. For those of you who were in some of the talks yesterday will have seen Josh in action. Josh was nominated for several reasons, the first being his EduBlocks project. EduBlocks is a way of transitioning from block-based programming languages to Python-based programming languages. So this is how students who might have learned Blockly or Scratch at primary school, they find a way of getting into text-based programming. So it's a way of welcoming more people into our community. So that's an important aspect of this award. But many people, and it's not a competition, but I have to say that Josh got by far and away the most nominations for this. But a large number of the nominees said they wanted to say that Josh's way that he develops the community around EduBlocks, the way he welcomes people into the community, the way he's obviously so passionate about trying to get people into coding is something that he should be very proud of. And he's a credit to himself, and he's an incredibly valuable member of our community as a result. And also, I think the best quote that sums up the final reason why he was nominated, as one person said, he's 13 for God's sake. So Josh, come on up and get your award. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pinner Award winners.
So I'd like to invite everybody with an orange or red lanyard, depending on how colourblind you are, to come and stand on the stage. Vince, you can't hide at the back. These people have been very special this year, this conference. They've all worked incredibly hard over the last several months, the last few weeks, and particularly this weekend to make this conference the success that I feel that it's been. They're the PYCON UK committee for 2017. Tim, please.
Yeah, the videos will have to look after themselves
Yep.
for a few seconds.
They've all been a lot of fun to work with. And I'd like you all to just say thank you and well done to them for the work they've done this week. Yes. So there are others with red or orange lanyards who are not here yet. If you see them, please give them a hug, say thank you, well done. Sorry? Keep going. I'm not very good with technology. And we'll probably do this again, I think. So we'll hope to make an announcement soon about PyCon UK in 2018. Any more announcements?
No, I just changed the title so that, we are underneath the correct headline.
Oh, I see. Okay. Right.
Yeah, for the photographer, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it, isn't it?
That's it, I think so. So
let's get to work.
yeah. We have a keynote from Anwisha and Kushal in here in about 8 minutes. So see you soon.